Good morning, students. Today we are starting our first chapter, A Letter to God. This is your first chapter of book First Flight. It's a chapter by G.L. Fuentes. He was a Mexican novelist. Actually, he was a fisherman and he was born on July 11th, 1847. Then he started writing novels and he died on 13 January 2002 due to cancer. They say faith can move mountains. But what should we put our faith in? This is the question this story delicately poses. It's generally said that we should have faith, and if we have faith in anything, you can even move mountains. Lencho is a farmer who writes a letter to God when his crops are ruined, asking for 100 pesos. Pesos is a currency of Spain. Like we have rupee as a currency in India, pesos is a currency in Spain. Does Lencho's letter reach God? So here this is a story about a farmer whose name is Lencho. His crops were destroyed and he was very upset. Ultimately he writes a letter to God for help. He asks God to send 100 pesos. Now the question is whether God receives that letter or not. Does God send him the money? Think what your answers to these questions would be and guess how the story continues before you begin to read. Now you just guess whether God has sent him money, God has helped him or not. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. From this height one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. So there was a house that was alone in the entire valley, and it was on the top of a hill. Crest means top of a low hill. From this height you could see river, one could see easily river and the field of corn. Corn is bhutta, and the corn was filled with flowers. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. Now Lencho only needed rain. Downpour means rain for a good crop. Throughout the morning, Lencho, who knew his crops intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast, and Lencho was having a hope that it will be raining that day because the sky was filled with clouds. Now, we are really going to get some water, woman. Now he speaks to his wife that it is going to rain. The woman who was preparing supper replied, Yes, God willing. The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all, Come for dinner. Now, older one, the elder children were working in the fields and the smaller children were playing in the near the house, and this lady whose wife of Lencho was preparing food and she called the children for eating dinner. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. Now in the meantime, when they were about to have dinner, it started raining and big drops started falling from the sky. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. It was a very pleasant time. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, These aren't raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. And the men, it's general habit of the children that they go in the rain and they enjoy the raindrops. Similarly, this man Lencho also went out and enjoyed the raindrops, and he said these are not the raindrops but they are coins. Why he is saying coins? Because obviously if there is good rain there would be good crop, and if there would be good crop he would earn money. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5. he is now comparing. This is a metaphor here. He is directly referring that the big drops of rain are 10 cent. Like if I say it's equal to 10 rupees and the little one is equal to 5 rupees. Similarly, he is saying 10 cent pieces and 5 cent. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers, draped in a curtain of rain. Now the entire crop was filled with the rain was pouring on the crop. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. But in the meantime, what happened? Along with the rain, the hail started falling. Hailstone. Hail is which you called as ole. Small pieces of ice. Hailstones. These truly did resemble new silver coins. Now hailstones are compared to silver coins. Silver coins, pieces of coins were made up of silver, because hail is white in color. So hailstone is referred as silver coin. Here it is again metaphor. Now please keep in mind, coins is used for the raindrops, because if good rain is there, he will earn money. And here hailstone is referred as silver coin. Draped is covered. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. Now the children, children are always in a habit of collecting hailstones. बच्चों की आदत होती है कि they start collecting hails. So now these hailstones are again referred as pearls. Pearl is the white, जिसको हम मोती कहते हैं, pearl. Again here it is metaphor, but this pearl word is used for hailstone. Silver coin is also used for hailstone. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. Now Lencho said that now it's getting bad. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house and the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. Now it did not stop. The hailstone did not stop, but it even continued for 1 hour. Now everywhere you could see hail, whether it was house, it was garden, hillside, cornfields and valley. Now the entire field was covered with the hail. So this field is referred as if somebody has sprinkled salt. Now this salt is again used for hails. It is again metaphor. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. Now obviously if there would be rain and if there would be hailstones, the crop was completely destroyed and the flowers had fallen down. Now Lencho was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field, said to his sons, "A huge plague of locusts would have left more than this." Locust is the attack of an insect. Locust is an insect, जिसको आप टिड्डी दल बोलते हो. If the crop would have been attacked by locusts, it would not have caused so much of harm now as the harm has been caused due to the hailstorm. The hail has left nothing. This year we all will have no corn. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. Now he was so sad. He said that he had worked so hard, but it was all useless because his crop was destroyed. There is no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year. Now there are some comprehension check questions. What did Lencho hope for? What was Lencho hoping for? He was hoping for rain. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? Lencho believed that the raindrops will result in good crop, and if there would be good crop, he would earn money. How did the rain change? The rain slowly changed into hailstones. What happened to the Lencho's field? Lencho's field, corn, flowers on the cornfield were all destroyed. What were Lencho's feelings when the hail stopped? Means how did Lencho feel when the hail stopped? He felt sad. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. Only there was one hope, that God is going to help them. All the family members had only one hope कि सिर्फ भगवान ही उनकी हेल्प कर सकते हैं. Don't be so upset. Even though this seems like a total loss, remember, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Now, he had always had a great faith in God. उसको हमेशा भगवान में विश्वास था कि God is going to help them. Nobody dies of hunger. कोई भी भूख से नहीं मरता. There is God who is always there to help us. Lencho was an ox of a man. Lencho was very hardworking. Again, it's metaphor. Lencho was hardworking, so he's referred as ox of a man. It's important. Working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday, at the daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. Now he decided that he was going to write a letter to God, and the very next Sunday, early in the morning, he wrote a letter. He went to the town to post that letter in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm. Now he had written in that letter that he needed 100 pesos. उसको 100 pesos की ज़रूरत है because they have to pass the entire 1 year. एक साल उनको काटना है, and again he had to sow the fields. So he needs 100 pesos. Pesos is a currency of several Latin American countries. Basically, it's a country in Spain. Currency of Spain. He wrote to God on the envelope. On that envelope, he wrote to God, put the letter inside, and still troubled, went to the town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Now that letter was seen by the postman, and that postman brought the letter to postmaster. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable fellow. Amiable means a friendly person. That postmaster, who was fat and a very friendly person, also broke out laughing. He also started laughing. But almost immediately he turned serious and, tapping the letter on his desk, commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter. Starting up a correspondence with God." Now, the postmaster was very surprised to see that the person had a great faith in God. कि जिस भी पर्सन ने वो लेटर लिखी है उसको भगवान में इतना विश्वास है कि उसने भगवान को लेटर लिखकर पोस्ट में बॉक्स में जो है वो he had placed that letter in the mailbox. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea. Answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. Now, earlier he decided to answer that letter. पहले उसने सोचा कि वो उसका reply करेगा. But to reply that letter, he did not need a paper or pen or pencil. But he needed something else. What did he need? Yes, he needed 100 pesos also. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. Charity means to help somebody. Now, for helping that person, they all collected money. Post office employees, the postmaster gave the money, the postmaster friends also collected money, and they decided to send that money to that farmer. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos. So he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. But he was successful in only collecting little more than half. Half से ज़्यादा मतलब 50 pesos से ज़्यादा उसने collect करे, but he could not collect 100 pesos. He put the money in the envelope addressed to Lencho, and with it a letter containing only a single word, as a signature God, and he signed that letter as God. Now there are few comprehension check questions. Who or what did Lencho have faith in? Lencho had faith in God. What did he do? He wrote a letter to God and asked God to send him 100 pesos. Who read the letter? The postmaster read the letter. What did the postmaster do then? He collected money from his employees. He also gave part of his salary. He collected money from his friends, and he sent that money to Lencho with the signing that letter as God. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. The very next Sunday, Lencho again visited the post office and inquired about any letter. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. Now that letter was handed by the postman. Postman ने वो letter किसको hand करी? लेंचो को. And the postmaster was witnessing everything from his office. और ये सब चीज़ें जो है वो postmaster was satisfied. वो खुश था कि उसने एक अच्छा काम किया है, good deed करी है, and he was observing everything from his office. Contentment means satisfaction. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. But he became angry when he counted the money. Now Lencho was not surprised to see the money, but he became angry. Why? God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. He was angry because he asked God to send 100 pesos, but he did not receive 100 pesos. उसने भगवान से मांगे थे 100 pesos, लेकिन वो 100 pesos नहीं थे. Immediately Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and pen. Immediately he started writing a letter to God again. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling of his brows. गुस्से से. Wrinkling of his brows means wrinkles on the brows, caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. And he took a stamp and pasted it on the envelope. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I had asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. How much money had the postmaster put in that letter? Only 70 pesos. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. And he said that I need 100 pesos. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lencho. And he said that don't send me through the post office or mail, because these post office employees, they are crook, they have stolen my money. You have sent 100 pesos, but this has been stolen by the post office employees. Was Lencho right in thinking that it was stolen by post office employees? No, he was not right, because we all know that these were the post office employees and the postmaster who had all collected money to help Lencho. So I hope you have understood this story. Was Lencho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? No, Lencho was not surprised to find a letter with money in it, because he had a faith in God that God is going to help him. But rather he was angry. What made him angry? Why was he angry? Because he was expecting that God was going to send 100 pesos, but he received only 70 pesos. So he was angry that the money had been stolen by the post office